LEGO just released a brand new 75354 Coruscant Guard Republic gunship. While this set is guaranteed to be one of the best sellers of the year and fly off the shelves, a lot of LEGO Star Wars fans have really been wanting a brand new, regular Clone Wars Republic gunship. So today in this video, we're going to be taking a look at this fun LEGO Star Wars alternate build of the Coruscant Guard Republic gunship, and that is a basic Clone Wars Republic gunship. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Building this was a pretty interesting process. I started off by taking all the bags from set 75354 and kind of doing a bit of trial and error, starting off obviously substituting most of those dark red parts for white, substituting some of those gray parts on the front cockpit as well as the engines for dark red, and this is what I've come up with. Now, just want to let you know within a few days of this video being published, I am going to have free parts lists to build this yourself. So all the kind of color substituted parts list in the description below as well as the pinned comment. So definitely check that out for when that is available. For this build, I pretty much replicated the Coruscant Guard Republic gunship. However, I did make a couple of small modifications, mainly with the double doors where I actually had two proper doors that can swing open. Then I also fixed a couple of minor issues and details, including the bubble turrets on the side of the wings. Here you're wondering, what are these figures? Well, I thought if LEGO were to release a regular version of the Clone Wars gunship, what figures would it include? So for this, we've gone ahead and included Anakin and Ahsoka in their kind of updated end of the Clone Wars variants. We've included a clone pilot, Captain Rex, a couple of clone troopers in the regular armor, as you really do need these, and of course a super battle droid. So definitely a fun little mock-up minifigure selection, but now let's go ahead and jump right into the build. Taking a look at the build here, now I gotta say this build has definitely grown on me. Wasn't as big of a fan of that Coruscant Guard Republic gunship, but in the kind of regular gunship colors, I think this set actually looks really good. Starting off here with the cockpit section, it is made in the dark red color scheme. Again, in the original set, it was light bluish gray, but changed it to the more accurate dark red. You have the two cockpit areas, which again open up, and you have the same control panels as you see on the original. Of course, have the wedge plate detailing in the white color. Now, I do want to probably in the future have some custom stickers for those kind of triangular decals that you see on the Republic gunship. Moving along, you have the side section, which is once again color swapped to the white color. I did end up changing the 4x4 tile to a modified 4x4 tile, just to kind of break up the plainness of that section. And it of course still leaves enough space in case I wanted to add some custom stickers for those Clone Wars gunship nose arts. To the base here, you have the two bubble turrets, which again can move pretty much 360 degrees. And in the center here, you have the kind of lime green section. And luckily, all the parts that the original gunship had did exist in the lime green color, so that's excellent for anyone who wants to build this themselves. Moving along to the side of the build here, you have the double doors. Now, one thing I found, which I believe was actually an issue with the original set as well, even with that modified one door, the actual door doesn't properly kind of line up flush with the actual section over here. So I ended up actually using some modified plates and adding a row of inverted tiles here to kind of get a bit more of a flush look and kind of align the two sections together. And I think that turned out really nicely. You have the two twin doors here, which can open like such. Now with this door design, what was pretty interesting was I had to end up changing the lift arms here, the Technic lift arms, from 5 long to 4 long. The reason was, when you separate the two doors out, if you had those 5 long lift arms, there was no space for the hinges that would connect the bottom of the door. And I think that's kind of why LEGO ended up making one large door, because it was a bit tricky to make two doors with those 5 long Technic lift arms. So I ended up making them 4 long, and that gives much more space to add the hinges and in turn make the doors more accurate. You could see you can get a much better look at the interior and just much more access and playability inside. Next, taking a look at the wing, for the most part it is pretty much a color swap. The tricky thing, especially with the engines up here, was that these rounded 3x3 cylinders don't exist in dark red. So technically one of these cylinders here, as well as the one on the back, should be more dark red. However, since they don't exist in that color, there was light bluish gray, but it just didn't look great. So I kind of left the actual engine design pretty much identical. I just substituted out the two cone pieces from white to red. I think it still looks really nice. For the actual wing design, you have pretty much the same greebling here on the top. Again, it's quite close to what you see on the regular gunship with regards to the colors. And then finally here on the bottom, you have the bubble turrets. The original set had this really kind of ugly stud shooter kind of build here, which I wasn't a fan of. So I ended up going ahead and just replacing those with these windscreen domes, as well as adding a inverted dish piece inside to kind of have that cannon design inside. And then finally, the back of the build is pretty much unchanged. You still have the ramp that can come down, and you have kind of the back section, which is once again just mainly color swapped. You can add a few of those missiles here. That is probably something I will do in the future as well. But again, there's a look at the backside. And that is a look at my alternate build of 75354, the regular variant of the Republic gunship. I want to thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, a thumbs up would be great, and do not forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more videos coming very soon. Again, hopefully within a few days of this video's upload, you will have a free link to all the parts list for making this version yourself. Let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comments below. Stay tuned for more videos coming very soon, including another episode of building Coruscant in LEGO, and I'll see you all next time.